Welcome, everyone, to the Avengenerds podcast, where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host, Peyton, and with me is my co-host, Torin.
Yo.
We have a great show for everyone this week. We're going to be talking about Superman, all about it, going in depth, no spoilers, then spoilers. But first, we have the news of the week. There's going to be time codes in the description or the show notes if you want to jump straight to the review. But there's only one piece of news, and it's Superman related, so, you know, may as well stick around. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. James Gunn is reportedly considering TV spinoffs for Mr. Terrific and Jimmy Olsen. Now, again, without getting into spoilers, after seeing the movie, this could definitely work.
Yeah.
Especially Jimmy Olsen. We'll talk about Mr. Terrific, but Jimmy Olsen, I could... His Jimmy Olsen show would be nutty.
Someone said, like, when making the Jimmy Olsen show, just get J.G. Quintel and make it like a regular show.
Yeah, just a bunch of random shit happening for no reason because it's Jimmy Olsen. But Torrent, obviously, that is the news of the week, which means it's time to move on to our topic, which is, of course, James Gunn's Superman. Finally, again, we're going to be doing non-spoilers and spoilers, so if you want to jump straight to the spoiler review, you can do that with the time codes in the description in the show notes. But Torrin, give us your non-spoilerly thoughts on Superman.
I can't believe that it's finally here. Just
surreal, bro.
I know it is, and you know, thankfully we got to see it early thanks to James Gunn and Warner Brothers for sponsoring the Avengenerds podcast.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
But luckily we were able to snag tickets due to the Amazon Prime early showing, and it was so crazy. Just everything about this movie is literally a comic book like come to life, and it's, you know, James Gunn taking beats from, you know, of course, Christopher Reeves Superman movies,
All-Star Superman,
the animated series, and even like some parts of like Lois and Clark, Dean Cain. Just that was
whoa.
No, I'm just saying, like, in a way of like, I wouldn't say he took inspiration, but like, I feel like their chemistry, Clark and Lois, kind of felt somewhere like that in a way. And then even taking beats from Man of Steel, which is like the best
the
movie.
Blueprint.
Literally. Like, man. But yeah, he's called the Man of Steel, like, for a reason. But
because of that movie.
To be
That's
real,
where they get it from.
To be real, this movie is just absolutely phenomenal. It's not a perfect movie, and we're going to talk about that in our spoiler section, but it just managed to do Superman well. It captures like literally what Superman is down to a T, and there's so many parts in this movie where I was literally just so overjoyed knowing that we got certain moments of the film that I'm like, wow, this is what I used to read from comics as a kid. This is like the Superman that I know and grew up with. Just seeing this being displayed and already being put into like a universe where like everything is established, it just feels so right. Like someone even said, like, it feels like, you know, you're just like, you're jumping straight into the animated series, which is like literally how it felt.
Yeah, I saw someone say that the movie felt like being put into like season 3, episode 17 of a show.
Yeah, exactly. But even the characterization of Superman, like, being incredibly perfect, I think everyone in this film just did great. Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor is amazing. He shows the right amount of pettiness and just really downright evil.
Hatred exudes out of that man.
I know. And Nicholas Hoult just is so perfect for this role. Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane is exactly how I pictured her to be. She's very sassy. She wants to help. She is a great reporter down, like, just like in this whole like portrayal. And even their like David Cornsweet's and Rachel Brosnahan's chemistry as Clark and Lois is just it's so electrifying, and it feels very, very authentic. Like, there's a scene in the movie where we're talking about in our spoiler section that it just feels like you're right there with the characters, and it goes throughout all the movie, but it just felt just right. Jimmy Olsen was very great. Like, he just felt very, very, very upbeat, very, very cool. This is like, this is one of the reasons why you got to have Riz, and we're going to talk about that later. God, there's just so much to talk about for this movie. There's so much to love. Great action. And, people were giving this movie like shit because, the cinematographer, Henry Brahms, was the same person who did The Flash, but he's also the same person who did Guardians 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the way this movie is shot and the way the action is, it just feels so dynamic, and it feels exaggerated in a very great way. Like, I can't even explain to you how, like, this is one of the best comic book looking movies that we've gotten, like, as of recent. I really just can't believe how we got this movie. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's not a 10, but however, I don't know if Peyton's down, I am down to do a rewatch of the movie, because Streets are saying it's better on a second watch, and so I'm down for that. But however, I would give the movie about an 8 out of 10, 8 to 8.5 out of 10 as of right now for the first watch of Superman.
For sure. Like you said, it's so surreal having this movie after over 10 years of not having a solo Superman film. And for it to just hit the nail on the head is so magical. David Cornsweet shines as this character, both on and off screen. I've been watching the press tour for this movie, and that man gives off so much Clark Kent energy, it's ridiculous. And even Rachel Brosnahan as well, as she very much gives Lois Lane energy. So their dynamic works perfectly. James Gunn, as he does, tends to go for a more comic booky look and vibe. So this Superman is very aw shucks kind of that's the vibe to this Superman, and not everyone's gonna love that, but something about it is really just infectious to me and makes me smile. And yeah, Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult, I was pretty confident in David Cornsweet as that character. I was pretty confident in Rachel Brosnahan, at least her performance. The writing was another thing, because like we were talking about before, how like she had really, really big shoes to fill for Elizabeth Tulloch in Superman and Lois. And while I won't say she's necessarily reached those heights, it's not necessarily a fair comparison, because she got 4 seasons of a TV show and Rachel Brosnahan gets a 2-hour movie. But Lois in here is extremely great. She's definitely closer. Elizabeth Tulloch's Lois Lane is like sort of what I want Lois to be. And that's not to say Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane isn't good, but like she in particular very much feels like the animated series, or like straight from the comics. That is literally her vibe there. So that's incredible. But yeah, Nicholas Hoult was the one I was a little iffy about. He's obviously an incredible actor, but I was a little worried. I was like, is he going to be able to pull off Luthor? And he is far and away the best Lex Luthor in a movie. You like, there's an argument to be made for Lex in Superman and Lois, who was incredible. But if we're just talking about movies, Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor is easily by far the best one. And this Superman movie is also by far the best we've had since the first 2 Chris Reeve movies. And that just it feels so wonderful to say. As far as the supporting cast goes, we don't get a lot from the Daily Planet crew outside of Lois and Jimmy Olsen, and I kind of wanted a bit more from them, just to, you know, flesh them out as like actual characters, but they felt more like background stuff. But the stuff that we did get from them felt accurate to you know, other Superman media, so that was really cool to see. The Justice Gang was probably the biggest point of contention pre, you know, this movie releasing. You know, how are they going to handle it? What's the execution going to be like? And I think, at least for online, all I've seen is positivity from this group. You know, a lot of people are complaining about the suits. I don't really see people complaining about the suits anymore. You know, people were concerned about Guy Gardner and Nathan Fillion because he's not most people's first choice for Guy Gardner, but he really, really nailed that character, and people are very, very happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it. They also don't overshadow him as in Superman. They don't overshadow him, which is incredible, because, you know, when you have a movie juggling so many characters, it can be very easy for the lead to sort of get left behind. But this is very much a Superman movie. It actually reminded me a lot of the Batman, in the sense that in the Batman we had a lot of Batmaning and not a ton of Bruce Wayne. In this, we get to see a ton of Superman and not that much Clark Kent, but the Clark Kent stuff we do get, unlike, say, the Batman or Man of Steel, it really solidifies that version of Clark Kent, and he's clearly a defined part of that character, rather than the Batman where it's like, oh, he hasn't, you know, gotten to that persona yet, or Man of Steel where it's just kind of homogenized into that one character. So I'd have to agree. I'd give this movie like an 8 to an 8.5. Definitely have to see it again. The only thing I could maybe nitpick is the pacing, but usually that subsides on a rewatch, so I don't expect for that nitpick to really stick. And even then, I didn't have that much of an issue with the pacing, to be fair. Some of the shots did look a little iffy, but again, what are you gonna do? I don't have a ton of complaints about this movie, and some of the stuff that a lot of people are debating are in spoiler territory, so why don't we do that? Let's get into spoilers.
Hey man,
can't believe they killed Crypto.
Oh bro, they assassinated him, bro.
Yeah.
Can't believe that James Gunn modeled Crypto after his dog
then murdered him. Crazy activities. No, but yeah, what do we?
There's a lot of stuff that, you know, was heavily rumored, and we were surprised that it was actually true. I'm really loving the text that shows up in the beginning of the movie where the metahumans have been here for 300 years. Fucking Superman arrived he arrived here 30 years ago. He's been Superman for 3 years, and he lost like his first fight 3 minutes ago. Like that was so cool. I really like that. I love the first 5 minutes of the movie that we did see, you know, years ago. I mean, not years ago, what the hell? A couple of weeks ago. But one of the things that was rumored was that, Bradley Cooper's gonna be Jor-El, and it was fucking true. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing here? Huh?
And then it came out, they were really smooth with it too, because it came out that Bradley Cooper, Alan Tudyk, and it was either Palm Clementieff or Jennifer Holland, or maybe both. It said they were in the Fortress of Solitude scene, and everyone was like, oh, okay, so they're all playing robots. But no. because yeah, he was rumored to be Jor-El. It's like, oh, maybe the rumor was wrong and he's just one of the robots. Not they were just slick with it and said, yeah, they're in the Fortress of Solitude scene.
Yeah,
that
was crazy.
He's Jor-El. I don't mind that. A lot of people were like, no, don't do it, but like I don't care.
I don't mind it as well, because I mean, it's like, it's Jor-El. It's just someone that like you don't really see too often. I will say though, one of the things that I liked about this movie, and one of the things that like I can kind of understand from some of the people that we ended up seeing the movie with, and they had like a complaint about it, but the whole thing about like family and like the parallels and the juxtapositions about that, because obviously, if you didn't know, Superman is not from this planet. He's an immigrant.
He's an immigrant?
Yeah. It's fucking woke, right? I was kidding.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't really get that from the movie, personally. Yeah,
I know. It's just like, man, like I wanted him to be like this god that can never do no wrong and can never be
and
beat.
mogs at the camera.
Yeah, I know. Imagine being a Superman that doesn't save people. Instead, you're ore farming in a burning building. Get mobbed as you fucking die, bro. God, man. But one of the critiques I've been seeing is actually Jor-El and like the whole family aspect. Mm-hmm. People were I did hear complaints saying how Jor-El, or at least like the whole thing of like, because in the movie there's a message that obviously in the origin story, before Clark gets sent out to Earth, Jor-El, and he sends him a message basically like, yeah, like you are a son, you're a Superman, or they won't call him that, but it's like, yeah, you are a son, you are different. But in the movie it's like, oh yeah, I only hear this part of it and not the other version because it got disrupted in the when he got sent down to Earth. And it turns out that like he's like, yeah, you're because you're different, you gotta like destroy them all and basically find another home for Krypton.
No, that's not what they said.
Well, I know. I'm saying, let me finish.
Okay.
It was doctored, right? It was doctored. It was AI. It was fake.
Oh, you're saying that's what they're doing? No.
So here's what I'm saying. They were saying like how the whole family aspect of like, oh yeah, like how Clark is struggling to find, like he's having this conflict of like, his Kryptonian side and the human side. People were saying that like they didn't like that aspect of how Jor-El was painted as like a bad person, like they're vilifying him, and they didn't like that. It was like how it was very distasteful of like his origin story and everything like that. And I'm also hearing from people that we saw the movie with how they wanted to see more of that aspect throughout the movie, which like I can kind of understand. I still think that from what we were given, it does provide some reasoning throughout the plot of like, yeah, having this like conflict of like, hey, like yeah, I know that I'm different, I know that I'm an alien, but that still doesn't mean that like because I'm that I can't help people, or like I'm not trying to like rule over people in that sort of way. I hope I was able to explain that in a very in a way.
He took his birth parents, his Kryptonian parents, his words, their words like were essentially his mantra his entire life. And so when he lost that, when the other half was like, it was more so like, you're here, you're to rule with like kindness and stuff or whatever, but you're here to rule Earth, and if anyone tries to stop that, then
like get rid of him.
Yeah. And then really the arc of the movie is that he needs to, his birth parents, or his Earth parents are the ones that really matter and what they care about, and what they they're the ones that should matter most to Clark at the end of the day, because they're the ones that raised him.
Yeah. And which I like that. And that actually, I like how in the beginning,
actually
it starts off.
Sorry, not to cut you off, but it is.
Damn.
It's very simple. It's not not to be like, oh, it's James Gunn, and but like it's very Guardians 2.
Yeah, it is very Guardians 2.
I'm not your father, but I am your dad, or whatever.
Yeah, I think one of the things I like about the film is that it begins and ends with like parents. I do like that as well throughout this film, and I love how in the end it shows like the memories from when Clark was a kid with Ma, Pa, and Kent. That was such a fucking great ending. I'm like looking at like all these like TikToks and stuff of like the movie because people were like screen recording it, and I'm like, dude, like this means something to me, man. Like, oh, God.
Yeah. The most jarring part was definitely the camera work.
Yeah, the camera work
was very different.
It was super duper different. I think it worked in some of the shots. I think I really, really liked it when he was fighting the kaiju thing.
Or the how it transitioned into the title sequence was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. Like, and like the thing is too, like, people were making fun of like those shots of like just how it's like showing the dynamic of it, and it just works way better on screen. Like, I feel like the trailer just did not do it justice. There's also like a part where Superman's flying back to the Fortress of Solitude, and it's like fucking like really, really
super shaky.
That was so fucking cool, and like it looked like he was like stretching, bro. But I was like so fucking awesome. It's said.
Speaking of the trailer, I do feel like they showed way too much.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's all. I was like, damn, like.
It's weird because I saw a tweet from someone that saw the movie earlier than us, and was like, you don't even know, like it like everything after the first 30 minutes you haven't seen before, and that's just not true.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like that's why, bro. Like that's what I was telling you. I was like, bro, they're going hard with this movie. Like they're marketing the hell out of it. Which, like, it's fine at the end of the day, because, like, you told me before, like, they got to generate the hype. But it's like,
the casual viewer doesn't really care.
But it's like, damn, it's like, this is so much, bro. Like literally, anytime I saw an ad, I'm closing my eyes, bro. I'm closing my eyes. I'm not seeing. And, like, it's like, there are some stuff from the trailer that we don't get. But then it's like, whenever I was in the movie, when I was watching the movie, I was reminded, I was like, damn. We saw that in the trailer. Damn, I saw that in the trailer. Damn, I saw that in the trailer. Like, damn, But it's still like there's a lot of stuff that
wasn't in the trailer. Particularly that ending fight.
Yeah, like, can I say about like speaking like just the action of everything? Like, this is probably like some of the most like brutal ways we've seen like Clark fight. Like, cause damn. When he was spinning the engineer and whacking Ultraman, that was crazy as hell.
Like, that was really good.
The engineer got done dirty in this movie. Like, even like when she was trying to like flood him and like with the nanites, and he goes to the sky, and then he like basically like the fucking power bombs her on her head. I'm like,
that was a really great sequence.
That was so good.
That shit had me stressed out because I fucking hate the whole like it going into his.
I know that was like, I know it was like it was like gonna flood in his like lungs and then go into his brain. And,
it was also a really creative way to try and take Superman down.
Yeah, I know, it was really, really good. And then like, bro, I was like, I'm not gonna like I know Superman ain't gonna kill, and he's not supposed to. But me personally, like I wouldn't have mind if he did it, because they're bad. But I was like, bro, like she's fucking dead. And then they're like, oh, her heart's still beating. I was like, she didn't die? You did that and still didn't manage to kill her? Damn.
Well, I think Lex did say like you gotta take it out because he's the only one that's protected. Right. And I think maybe last second she got enough on her to protect herself. That's
but dude, that was so cool. But yeah, the fight with Ultraman was really, really cool too.
Yeah, that's sort of similar to, I guess, like a it's not really the same, but like Spider-Man Homecoming, where it's like so much was revealed in the trailer.
Yeah, no.
But the shit that really mattered was not in the trailer.
Yeah.
And that's not completely the case here, but a couple notable things that weren't in the trailer, thank God, was obviously the Ultraman reveal. That almost that entire fight sequence, other than that one hero shot and then one shot where he's like swinging a big thing, that and the, unless I didn't see it, the Mr. Terrific sort of oneer that happens.
The Mr. Terrific oneer, what
yeah, where Lois is in the orb and
oh yeah. But yeah, no, I love the fact, I mean, it was like it was like done in a cool way. I'm not trying to like say it was like obvious or anything, but it was like just a cool way to show like a Superman clone, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know, someone like, you know, most people like, or at least most common people know that Ultraman is also like, you know, an alternate.
Yeah, he's an alternate universe, multiverse, whatever
version of Superman who's evil. But then knowing that like it was a Superman clone, and like the way it was how it was creative of like, oh yeah, like you haven't beat Ultraman yet because he's you, and like I programmed him to be like, you know, I programmed him with moves and shit. That was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was really, and you know, speaking of him, like, did he kill anyone in this movie? I'm trying to.
Who?
Superman.
I don't think he killed anyone, but he probably he definitely like paralyzed some people, or incapacitated them for sure.
Yeah, but like even if he did though, like I saw someone on Twitter. And they were like, it was like a quote because James Gunn was interviewed or whatever. And James Gunn has basically said what we've said, like Superman doesn't want to kill, but he will if he has to.
Yeah.
And someone was, and then someone quoted was like, see, this is why all the negativity around Man of Steel didn't confuse the shit out of me, because like he killed Zod and like he had to or whatever. And I was like, that's not the problem with that scene, my guy. That's not the problem with that scene. I guess,
but I was what? Oh,
no. Please go.
Please go.
Yeah, please go. Leave.
I will say also, like, when it comes to this movie and like the action, I really like the sound design. It just sounded like it just adds a like kind of like an extra like level of like brutality, because I was like, damn bro, like it's like, damn.
If I had another nitpick, other than a couple of shots of him like shooting up in the air, he didn't feel that fast.
Yeah, like the only time he really felt fast was like, you know, during the kaiju sequence where he like saves like the woman and like the squirrel.
Yeah, and then at the end where he catches like the building and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't necessarily, the flying didn't necessarily feel fast, which, you know, credits due Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Well, those motherfuckers were fast.
Especially during the Smallville scene.
Yeah, and I think that is a product, James Gunn, again, in an interview. A lot of that stuff where it probably feels slow is because all of that is real, quote unquote. It is David Corn Sweat, like in probably one of those rigs, and the cameras sort of probably like flying around him.
Yeah,
which is probably why it feels like that. Visually, it looks great, but I do wish it looked faster.
Yeah, most definitely. I can agree.
How are we feeling about that? Did you clock the mural in the Hall of Justice?
I did see something. I did see that a little bit.
Yeah, there was. The only people I could spot or recognize at least were Wildcat and Jay Garrick.
Yeah,
that was fucking sick, dude. That was fucking sick. How you feel about the Justice Gang?
I like that, and I can't wait to see more of them, because now that Metamorpho's on the team, you know, I don't know. There's a like I'm so excited for the future of the DCU for sure. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot to be desired. I'm really loving just how like, you know, like how the Justice Gang was like incorporated into the movie, and I'm really loving how, you know, how different they were from Superman. But like, I also like love that scene of like Lois talking to Guy Gardner, and then you know, Guy Gardner's like, yeah, you know, he has those glasses, right? And she's like, yeah, I know about the glasses. And so you know he's Clark Kent. She's like, oh my god, you trust everybody. He's like, oh yeah, I mean, he's like, yeah, because like, you know, like we're friends and we're cut from the same cloth. I was like, oh, the same cloth. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, he motions to the suit.
That was so fucking cool. That was so good. But like, you know, also when it comes to like Hot Girl, that was so fucking like, I mean, I don't know. I love characters who are willing to kill and that are, you know, the antithesis of like, you know, the heroes. Because, you know, she picks up that leader of Baravia, and Baravia's like, oh, you can't kill me like Superman. He's like, Hot Girl's like, well, I ain't like Superman. I'm gonna drop your ass right here. Like, die. Thank you. Like, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that was fucking good.
It was satisfying.
Because he generally in comic book movies, it's like, now you're gonna go to jail. Like,
no. Kill him.
Yeah.
Get rid of this. These are evil. These are evil people. Like, these are evil fucking people. Also, can we just say, bro, this is terrific.
He goated, bro.
It's such a standout of this film.
Yeah, he's definitely the surprise fan favorite.
Which I'm glad.
To bring it back to the trailers, like obviously he was in the trailers, but yeah, the trailers made it seem like he'd get the same screen time as like the rest of the Justice Gang, but no, he's in this movie quite a bit, which is awesome. Just definitely, yeah, didn't expect that.
Oh my god, like, you need my help. I don't need your damn help. I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. That was, oh my god, man.
Yeah. Did you see that one guy on Twitter?
The one where he was like saying like he didn't like Mr. Terrific or something like that.
He was like, man, why is he talking like that? You're supposed to be the smartest. Yeah. You're supposed to be the smartest black guy. You talking like that? Like,
bro's a bona
fuck
fide.
Up.
Bro's like a bona fide Snyder coon, bro.
Like, no, he's not even he's not a Snyder fan. He's just a coon.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he deleted the tweet and everyone was like, why'd you delete that tweet, bro?
Yeah, I know. And then like I saw his account and he was like, oh man, like it just sucks when you have an opinion on the internet. And I'm like, bro, shut up, bro.
Colorist ass opinion, bro. Dumbass. Man, you smart and you're talking like that?
Man, God forbid you're educated and you can't like use AAVE. Crazy.
Yeah, because smart people don't use AAVE. Fucking prick.
Guess you gotta speak a certain way when you're educated, man. That's kind of crazy to say.
Oh, you're very articulate. He wants that.
like you know how to enunciate your words. Like you sound like one of the good ones. I'm trying to find this guy's hot takes from Superman. Like, it was like literally his opinion about like the movie, and he was getting roasted in the comments. But also, let's just also say, like, Jimmy Olsen, this is one of the reasons why you gotta have Riz, bro. Like, his Riz saved the world. Like, it saved Metropolis.
All right, there may have been a weird cut there. I don't know where we're at because we just had to handle something in the Discord.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It's fucking weird, man. I don't even. I mean, I guess. Okay, so some random people joined the Discord, which is in any normal sense would be fine because, you know, we want people to join the server. I mean, it's linked in the description. You can, you know, join in on the conversation or whatever. But these guys join, or one guy joins, he starts spamming me asking like, hey, when's the next video? I'm like, huh? And then another guy joins who clearly knows the first guy. And then like two other people join and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like asking weird questions and they're like incoherent. Like Torrance asking them like, hey, how'd you find the Discord? Because if it was just one person, we would have been like, oh, cool. But like, it's just the way they were acting. And then, they started making weird comments towards a couple of our friends. And we're like, what the fuck? So yeah, we had to get those guys the fuck on out of there. But if you're not a fucking freak, you can join the Discord. Weird, man. Well, now what?
You can go.
Yeah, because I did write some stuff down. One thing of note, sort of something that not only defines this Superman, but I feel like defines Superman, and I'm very happy it was included. He saves a squirrel.
Yeah, he saves a squirrel.
He saves a squirrel, which is awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Second, one of the exchanges in the movie, well, for the context is, obviously Superman's sad because his parents' message was exposed or whatever. And then the Justice Gang are fighting that thing outside, and he just comes inside. He's just like, Lois is like, you gonna help with that? And he's like, nah, it's just some interdimensional imp. They got it. Because he was out looking for crypto or whatever. But they have this conversation, and Lois says, you think everything and everyone is beautiful, and Clark says, maybe that's the real punk rock. And that's just fucking
that was good,
quintessential shit right there.
I do like that scene as well, because it does, like I said, like both, the relationship between Clark and Lois in this movie just feels so authentic, and it feels like, real. Even though they're like both from different worlds in a sense, they still, come around to each other, and that's so good. That's good writing. That is fantastic.
Incredible.
One of the things also, I was surprised that it was like a rumor, or like a leak from like a long time ago, probably like a year ago, where like, there's gonna be a bunch of monkeys that spread around like hateful stuff about Superman.
Oh my god,
like
you're right. I forgot about that.
Pushing the agenda and like using like hashtags to like spread like hateful messages.
Yeah, that sounds like something that'd be fake.
But it was done in such a funny way, and like it was like literally Silver Age shit in this movie.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say funny. It's not only funny, it's also just such a Lex thing to do.
Yeah,
but not only that, it is very current.
Yep.
With the way bots run Twitter and, well, really everywhere at this point. Apparently our Discord as well.
Yeah, no, unfortunately. Hashtag secret harem, hashtag super shit.
As a black woman, I actually think Trump's a pretty good president. that's the type.
It's just like just the fucking whitest guy behind the screen.
Yeah.
Like neck beard and all.
This movie managed to be so current. Like I don't want to get too deep into it, but this movie is so staunchly pro-Palestine.
Yeah.
In every way. Like a lot of people are saying it's just 2 hours of saying fuck Israel. Which is really good. Like, yeah. One of the best parts of this movie is sort of right at the beginning. That interview that Lois does with Clark/Superman is essentially setting the stage for this entire movie. The country of Baravia is invading. I don't remember the country's name.
Geronipar,
something like that. And it's very clearly like Israel invading Palestine. That being said, one can make the argument it's like how in Andor season 2, the Empire is calling the peaceful protesters hostile or whatever. How like, oh, that's like how it is now. And like it is, but it was written and shot before all that stuff happened. It's just, representing this sort of cycle. And this movie was written in before the October 7th attacks, and it was shot very shortly after. So, and while it absolutely does tie in extremely closely to Israel-Palestine, that's also a fight that's been going on for decades now.
Yeah.
But still, the messaging is extremely clear, and also Netanyahu is very much in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
They kill his ass. Awesome. And also, but also like Lex like wants a piece of the land, like Trump wants a piece of the Gaza Strip. Like, hello. Yeah. Like, and part of me is like, did they do some rewrites? Because that's like exact.
And like you also shared like a piece of the article, like James Gunn be like, yeah, you know, this movie is like,
oh yeah,
kind of written about what's going on in the Middle East, but not exactly. But it's what's happening in the Middle East.
Yeah, he was like, how do I say this and not get fired from David Zaslav, who's most likely a Zionist? It's not about Israel and Palestine, but also it's not about Israel and Palestine. It is, but it isn't. You understand? It's about the Middle East, and he stopped a war in the Middle Eastern country, but it's not Israel and Palestine. But also, wink, wink, it may or may not be. Great question dodging there, James Gunn.
I know. Great stuff.
So one of my nitpicks, and this would be a complaint if Superman wasn't in the position he is as a character, but there's a couple scenes that I want to, or a couple monologues that I want to read out because I felt they were extremely on the nose. It's literally just saying character motivations fully, and normally I'd be like, yeah, that's not very good, but considering we're in a world where these characterizations have been botched for so long and the perception of these characters are so skewed, I feel like this was kind of necessary. But in one of them is Superman's, which I felt like was the most clunky one, and another one is Lex's, which I felt was a lot better executed, because not only is it just, I feel like, better written, it's also performed beautifully by Nicholas Hoult. But the Superman one is, he says this: I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared. I wake up every morning and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time, but that is being human, and that's my greatest strength.
Yep.
Great shit. Superman is as all get out. But like, yeah, we know. It's just spelling out his character motivations, but like I said, it's fine. But the Lex one, I was like, yeah, like it was really good. So I'm not going to perform it as incredibly as Nicholas Hoult, but he said, I think Superman said something like, you know, like you're just like jealous of me, or like you're envious of what I can do. And he said, I'm aware envy consumes my every waking moment. I know when they mention Galileo or Einstein or one of these other twits in the same breath as me, I feel a tight vomit burn in the back of my throat. But at least Galileo did something. He wasn't some dopey illusion catapulted onto this planet just to have the world fawn over him because his strength illuminates how weak we all really are. My envy is a calling. It is the sole hope for humanity because it is what has driven me to annihilating you. Crazy ass.
Dude, he was spitting that monologue so hard, like, you know, his I can hear his accent.
For real?
Like a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to see that scene again. For the most part, flawless accent.
For real.
Obviously, we know James Gunn's writing is really top tier, but his villain writing, like between this and Guardians 3, this man knows how to write fucking villain monologues. Like, god damn.
Yeah, most definitely. Fucking damn, what you call it? What's his name? Damn. Oh yeah, the high evolutionary.
Oh yeah.
God, man. Crazy.
There is no god. That's why I stepped in.
Man.
But you know, it made me sad when Crypto got the fucking nanites on him.
Oh, I know.
He was like trying to get off.
I know, that was so sad. And they were torturing my boy.
Yeah. Although he did seem to be having fun running in that or flying in that little pod chasing the virtual squirrels.
Crazy. You wanna know who also did great?
Metamorpho?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Metamorpho.
Yeah.
Really cool. That damn baby, bro. God. I don't know what's up with Henry Brahms and CGI babies, but he's 2 for 2.
we see Supergirl at the end.
I know. And I'm glad that her costume is alike. The costumes are both alike, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
Just with the yellow belt.
She looks fantastic.
Say that again?
Oh my God.
Say that again, bro.
She looks fantastic.
Fantastic. But dude, like, someone like spoiled it, bro. Someone on Twitter like spoiled it.
Someone,
people.
Well, not only have I've been seeing just a ridiculous amount of spoilers. I mean, I think they released like an official thing. Like, first look at Millie Alcock as Supergirl.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
insane.
come on, man. But I don't know. I don't think like James Gunn posted it, so I don't know how official it is. But I swear I saw it. It seemed official.
I did see it. It was like, I mean,
because it wasn't like from the scene. It was like behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was like behind the scenes. But like, I think I remember the Twitter page was like, it was literally called like Millie Alcock official. And I was like, yeah, or look at Supergirl. I'm like, bro, like what? Like, bro, you couldn't have waited like 2 weeks.
Bro, yeah, it's something happened, man. Once COVID hit, just no one gave a shit. No one gives a shit anymore about spoilers. I don't know what happened, man.
Like, bro, but people cannot catch
Joel
a
got to
break.
them.
Oh my God, bro.
Joel affected their heads, bro.
Insane, dude.
They all seek it out now.
Oh yeah, and people were saying like, I mean, then again, this goes with like a lot of like iterations of characters, but people are calling this Superman weak. Because they're like, yeah, like, I just hate how they wrote Superman to be so weak. Cavill's just way stronger. I was like, bro, this dude like held his own against a black hole. That's like insane. And bro was like fighting while he was still kind of like weakened from.
Bro was holding up a kaiju.
He was holding up a kaiju, yes. Big ass motherfucker, bro.
But also, maybe a hot take. Good. He should be not weak, but like he needs vulnerabilities.
He needs to struggle. But man, crazy how motherfuckers want to do that. Want to say that shit, bro.
But yeah, Metamorpho was great. Baby Joey was fucking weird. I don't know how I feel about Baby Joey.
I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of seeing babies in movies.
I will say I don't know how I feel about that sequence as a whole. That was probably the weakest part of the movie to me. Everything after he breaks out specifically. Everything before that I was a fan of, like the guy who sort of picks him up after he gets slammed on the ground. Poor guy. I was not expecting that at all. How Lex just blasts him in the fucking head, bro.
Yeah.
But and then I was like, once it happened, I was like, oh my God, like I was like, they really did that. But then I remembered he tore a High Evolutionary's face off in Guardians 3. I was like, oh yeah. You know, it makes sense actually. But also great to establish that Lex is like, he's gonna do some shit, bro, and he is willing to get his hands dirty as well.
Yeah,
which is great. Also, there's so much to unpack from this movie. This movie is so fucking dense. Just him doing fucking combos. 1A.
I know.
32C, 14B. Just like literally
injustice shit, bro.
Literally, bro. And
bro thinks it's a real steel.
Yeah, it was obvious Ultraman was a Superman clone, right?
It was.
Yeah. And I was telling you after the movie,
it's just the way they did it.
Yeah, I was telling you after the movie, like when Superman was arrested or he turned himself in, and they're walking into the pocket dimension. You can see, stride. Yeah, Ultraman and Superman have the same stride, which is a really great touch. I'm curious if like the stunt guy, because it was a stunt guy, I wonder if the stunt guy like tried to match him, or if they got David Corenswet to like just shoot it a bit. I feel like he just matched him. I feel like it's probably not that difficult. But yeah, that Ultraman was really fun. It was even though, you know, it was obvious, I thought it was really well done. And you know, a lot of people on the internet are speculating, and I am speculating as well. It's probably setting up to be Bizarro.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like he's gonna be Bizarro in some way, which would be really cool.
He also Lex even said something that he was like, yeah, he's pretty stupid, but he is in every other way like you. And it's like, yeah. And you know, Bizarro is not the brightest. But he also fell into the pocket dimension crevice. So like, yeah, he could easily come back as Bizarro. Like maybe he gets like, I don't know, infected in some way in some pocket dimension. I don't know, but yeah, that I feel like that's clear setup, because I don't know, just to be like, if they ever do Bizarro and if it's a different thing, it's like, oh look, another Superman clone. And also sometimes Bizarro just is a Superman clone. Like in Superman the animated series, Bizarro's a clone. So it would just work. It just would. Torn, it would work. But also the whole fight between them was really, really great. That fucking hero shot.
That was so good.
Ooh. And like he gets his sort of like eyes sort of like burned out, or not burned out, but like because Ultraman hits him with laser eyes. Oh, and then when he saves that woman from the collapsing building, and you see that shot of him rising out from the smoke and rubble. Oh my god.
That's like where
you started cheesing.
Dude, that was fucking great. But dude, also like one of my favorite I love how they're flexing the fuck out of that logo, man. Like,
as they should.
Like, in the beginning where he's flying and it fucking
transitions into the
with the fucking Reeve like shit. Oh my god, bro. God. And then when he's fighting the kaiju, he does a little loop and it fucking zooms in. They also did like another zoom in, zoom out when he's about to laser the like Lex people. He just starts spitting.
Oh, yeah.
God, dude, that's so peak, bro. This is probably like my favorite. I want to say it's probably my favorite logo on a Superman costume, because it's like perfect. It's not too small. It's not too like
the
huge.
size.
Yeah, the size. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Because like, bro, like I'm looking at like when I was looking at all the costumes like recently, and the ones I can think of, like the one that definitely comes close is like Brandon Routh's.
No,
and
Brandon Routh's is
like,
too. Oh, you mean the Kingdom Come one?
The Kingdom Come, yeah. No, fuck the Superman Returns one. That one's small as fuck. I was
about to say. I was like,
what? Small as shit. Like that. When I looked at that, I'm like, bro, that's like literally like,
it's not good.
90% blue. I'm like, bro, who put that small ass logo on there, bro? It's like they just super glued it. And then like Tyler Hoechlin's is like, it's good like throughout like season 3 and 4.
Yeah, it could be a little bigger, but.
And then like Cavill's just fucking humongous, bro. That's just like bulging, throbbing.
Chill. But yeah, I think you're right. The size is really great. I love the logo at this point.
Yeah,
but also I can't lie. A part of me is like, what would it look like if it was the classic S?
Yeah.
But everyone keeps asking James Gunn about the trunks. I want someone to ask him about the goddamn logo. Like, why go with this one? A lot of people speculate, it's because it looks more alien, which makes sense. And I'm happy for that to be the reason, but I'm curious for James Gunn's actual reason for using this logo as opposed to a bit more of a classic one. You know what I saw the other day? Well, first of all, I remember while I was editing last week's episode, we kept calling the Superman and Lois suit the Action Comics suit. It's the Fleischer suit. Yeah, we're fucking idiots. But I saw someone, because they added the Fleischer suit to Fortnite, or at least that style.
Really?
Yeah, and I saw some. It's the pen and ink one. That's the Fleischer suit.
Oh, never mind.
Calm down. But I saw someone make an edit of Corn Sweat with the more Fleischer looking suit, and they said, in complete earnestness, not as a meme, they were like, I edited it to make it look more like the pen and ink Superman suit from Fortnite. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And people were like, you mean the Fleischer suit? And they were like Fleischer? They're like, what? They were genuinely confused. I was like, oh no. I mean, at least that sort of suit style is getting more recognition, but god damn it. No, the one from Fortnite.
I saw someone, like, I mean, there's like a bunch of like edits of this, but like someone recently edited, or they kind of like redrew Corn Sweat with the classic Reeve suit. And they were like, oh yeah, I wish like he gets this, which like I don't know, that'd be pretty dope.
It'd be cool, but it does need to be modernized, and
yeah, for sure.
I want to see, because there's behind the scenes photos of Henry Cavill in the Reeve suit when he was testing for Man of Steel, and David Cornsweat tested in the Man of Steel suit. I want to see him in the Man of Steel suit. I'm just curious to see what that looks like. But yeah, I mean, we talked about it last week, but like, yeah, well, just one of my complaints about the new suit is that it is a bit baggy, and it's not necessarily that I just want to see his physique more, because he did get jacked as shit for this. And you can't really see it. Like, you can tell he's big, but you can't tell he's jacked out of his fucking mind.
But because like someone said like he had to put on like 40 pounds. Yeah. I'm like, damn, bro. I forgot to eat.
Oh, there was the fun bit at the end where Lois and Clark go into that building and they kiss and fly.
Yeah, and that was so cool.
Perry's like, so how long they been doing it? How long they been hooking up? And Jimmy was like, I don't know, about 3 months. Really fucking good.
Again with that 3, bro.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about Jimmy at all.
Yeah, well, I kind of did earlier.
Yeah, in the non-spoiler section, that man is rizzed out of his mind.
I said it earlier. I swear.
In the non-spoiler, you just said that. No. Oh, he's got that riz. We didn't talk about in depth.
I swear, like in depth. Yeah, but I did mention it again in our spoiler section that like Riz saved the fucking city with his riz.
All right, yeah. Well, we got to talk about it more. Going into the movie, seeing the trailers and stuff like that, there was not a thought in my mind that Eve Teschmacher was actually going to be an important part of this movie, but she is literally the reason why Lex's plan gets foiled. And it's done so well. It's so stupid, but it's like really good. She's, oh my god. And Jimmy's just like this Riz god for no reason, which is fucking hilarious. Sometimes he is a Riz god and sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's like this fucking loser that no one gives a shit about, and sometimes he's like women just fawn over him for no reason. And I like that they went with this version of Jimmy. Do you think they're going to do the thing where Supergirl has a crush on him? Because they do that a lot.
I wouldn't doubt it, honestly.
Yeah, but it's so fucking hilarious how so many women are like there's that beginning bit where like those girls are looking at him, he's just like, hi, like, Jesus, like, I get it. Like, and then he's like texting. First of all, he has her on his phone as Mutant Toes, which is insane.
Bro don't give a fuck.
But also he's just like, she's throwing it at him, he's just like, oh, this chick.
and then it's like she gets the information and she's like, I'll give you the information if I hang out with you all weekend. And he's like, all weekend? And he's just like, fuck, do I do this? Really good stuff. That was definitely something about this movie that I was not expecting at all, and I really, really loved. She took all those selfies with all this shit behind her. You see her taking a selfie like in the trailer. It's like, I really thought she was just going to be this like bumbling, like, you know, ditzy blonde girl just like, oh my god, taking this for my Snapchat or whatever. But nah, she's fucking sick. She's great. Just imagine, bro. Like, it's crazy.
I can't believe Jimmy had to hang out with her all weekend. That's unfortunate.
He's like, man, damn. All right, fuck.
I just want to hang out with my buddy Clark Kent.
And then he fucking goes into the alley, and then it's like evil. I'm like, oh my god. And then she's like, oh my god, like you don't care about me. It's like, oh no, I do. No, like just trust me, But,
insane stuff.
Great stuff. Oh, I saw this dumb like podcast page, and
our page.
Like, no, not us. Oh. We have taste. These 40-year-old guys or whatever, and one of them gave like Superman a 3 out of 10. And like they have 4 likes, but they have 50 comments. And then the top comment is like, breaking news, guys, no one gives a fuck about sharing their shitty opinions on a podcast and no one watches. Crazy as hell, man. Imagine giving this movie anything like lower than like a 7.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know who's crazy?
Huh?
Leia.
Oh my god, bro. Leia
she's
gave
cool.
She's cool. She gave it a 3.5, and she loves Mr. Terrific. I can't be mad about that.
Yeah. After you called her racist for not liking sinners.
Oh my god! And I say that she's racist for not liking sinners.
You said she's racist.
I never said that. I said if she had given it anything lower than a 3, it would be like that. She gave Sinners a 3.5 as well. I did not say that. You're putting words in my mouth, bro.
Nah, bro. That's what you said, bro.
I never fucking said that, bro.
That's what you
Anyways,
said,
there's so much to fucking say about this movie.
Yeah, again, this is definitely going to be one of those where we stop recording and we're like, fuck, we didn't talk about this part.
Yeah, most definitely.
I love when Lex tries to run away and then Superman just crashes through the
he's
window.
just the shoulder check of doom, bro.
Oh, then Crypto just starts yeeting him around the fucking room.
That's a good boy right there.
That is a good boy. Yeah, well, Superman's like, hey, he's not even a really good one. He's not even a really good dog, but he's out there alone. He's probably scared.
I was like, aw.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, I had to get him off because I don't want him to kill my parents' cows.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Peacemaker cameo.
That was so fucking crazy.
It was awesome that our theater was just like,
yeah, I know.
Peacemaker.
And we got to see Maxwell Lord. Sean Gunn as Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, and he's like, finally, one thing conservatives and liberals can agree on is like Lex Luthor sucks.
Oh, I found the post I was looking for.
Oh, good.
Someone said some of my issues with James Gunn Superman have to do with not being an origin story. Say what you want about origins, but they serve a great way to provide depth and context for characters. A 10 to 20 minute sequence is crazy. This is not Man of Steel, bro. Yeah, this person said that like he didn't like the origin story, and that the fact that we didn't get one, it hinders the it hinders the film by not providing that context. But it's like, bro, if you don't know the context of Superman, or if you don't know an origin story about Superman, like you just I think you're dumb. I think you're living under a rock.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we don't need to see the origin again. But I also do understand, like, you want this version, or you want the context for this version, like seeing how his upbringing is with this specific Mon Pa Kent, who, by the way, were fantastic. I love I love James Gunn really owned in on, these people are old. She's like screaming into the phone. she's like leaned over like like, we miss you, Clark. Yeah, trying to think of literally anything else. I don't think so. I guess the last thing I'd end on is, do you think they should bring in Pattinson's Batman into the DCU, or do you think they should keep it separate?
What? Batman, Matt Reeves Batman,
yeah,
being in the honestly, I'm down for either. I feel like Robert Pattinson's like literally like 40. He's about to be 40, so I feel like he's the perfect age range for what they're going for like an older Batman. I think it would also be kind of cool to just like have this Batman like kind of do his own thing in Gotham, and like, you know, because obviously for the in the first movie he's only been Batman for like 2 years, and having him get more experience as the films go on, and then like, so I don't know, something happens to where they can like reference it in some movies. I don't know. I'm down for either. I really am. I feel like Robert Pattinson is a great Batman from what we've seen, and I want to see more of him for sure. So if he could be in the DCU, I mean, it would be even better. It would be just as good, you know?
Yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat. I'm good either way. I think Robert Pattinson is a great fit visually, and like you said, age range for what they're going for. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't believe they're going to start on Damian Wayne or whatever," which means, you know, he had all the other Robins, but like they could easily just make Damian the first Robin. He doesn't have to be like they don't have to follow the comics to a T every single time. Like you can make changes if that's the story you want to tell. But yeah, even if they don't do that, I know a lot of people are going to be upset because they love that version of the character. But I also understand that, you know, if we want a more fantastical version of Batman, the Pattinson version doesn't necessarily gel. I mean, you could definitely get more fantastical, but, you know, we're doing Clayface, and that's going to be set in the DCU. We saw him in Creature Commandos. What does that fit in the tone of something like the Batman, where we have, you know, the Penguin show, where it's essentially the Sopranos? It's like the most fantastical thing in the Batman is just like some of the tech he uses, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. It could happen. I think there's definitely ways to tie it in. It could be like Robert Pattinson is the DCU's Batman, but the Batman is still a separate thing, and they're just using him as a same actor, sort of like a variance thing that Marvel does. There's so many routes they could take, but honestly, yeah, I'm good either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Superman. We both give it 8 out of 10.
Definitely gonna rewatch it in the next couple of days. Probably watch it on TikTok. No,
I want to watch it with my family, bro, but fucking schedules never goddamn line up. I'm like, goddamn. Like, they still haven't seen Thunderbolts. I'm like, come on.
Oh my goodness. Wait, it's already, well, it's on Disney Plus though.
No, it's not. It's streaming, but you have to buy it.
Nah, I modded my Disney Plus. It's already on there.
Oh shit, give me that.
Dude, you already have my Paramount, bro.
Hey, yeah, but Paramount doesn't have Thunderbolts.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see, bro.
But yeah, did you watch anything this week?
I finished The Bear season 4.
Oh yeah, I heard it was an improvement on season 3, but I've also only heard that from people that didn't like season 3. So
I don't know, people can fuck off if they don't like season 3, bro. I'm tired of all that shit. I mean, if you don't like it, fuck you. Who cares? But I mean, I feel like season 3 is like, it's still important, and like someone could argue, yeah, it's one of the weaker seasons, but like I still think it's like, it still is really, really good. I think like if I were to give like a rating of all the seasons, I'd probably give season 1 a 10, season 2 a 10, season 3 probably like about like a 9, and this season about like a 9.5. I think so far with how the show is going, it's definitely getting like a lot more emotional. And I mean, like, it's still an emotional show, you know, but I still feel like there's still, like, in terms of like the characters, they're still breaking their own boundaries, or at least they're like, you know, attempting to open up more about how they should feel for themselves. I think the arc so far is doing really, really good. We got more insight of like the whole family. You know, I love like the family episodes, because like, you know, it's all dramatic and it's like super duper funny and fucked up and very, very dysfunctional. But I'm also like loving how, you know, we're seeing more episodes about like, you know, Marcus and about Sid. I mean, there's like literally like a whole episode about Sid's character, and it's written by Io Debris, and it's really cool. I don't know, I like this season a lot, and hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, well, I'm just saying, I hope they really end it like probably in season 5, because I'm genuinely trying to figure out what they're gonna really do in terms of like the next season.
For sure.
So
yeah, and they renewed it for season 5. Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't. I mean, I haven't seen it, but it doesn't feel like one of those shows that can last
no,
a ridiculously long time.
If they were to end it off for season 5, I think that would be really, really good. Maybe if they make season 5 like maybe like 8 episodes, maybe like if it has less episodes and it ends off in a really great way, I think I would be satisfied. If it has 10,
never heard bro ask for shorter amount of episodes.
Well, no, it's because like of how it ends. If they were to do less episodes,
of how like season 4 ended.
Yeah, how season 4 ended. Yeah, because it ends in like such a crazy way.
Okay,
I don't want to say like crazy, but it ends in a way to where I want to see how they would do it in the 5th season.
Yeah, I want season 5 to be the last season so I can finally watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, since we're getting season 5, I'm sure we're not going to get that until like maybe 2027.
Yeah, bro's busy being the Thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. And then we got
bro's other bros busy being
Star Wars,
but he's also he's playing a music guy. Fucking who's he playing? People are like, whoa, that's his voice. Like, didn't know he had that in him.
Didn't know is it a TV show? Is it a movie?
No, I keep wanting to. It's a movie. I keep wanting to say Bob Dylan, but that's fucking.
No, it's Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen. That's what it is.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen. You know, like Joseph Quinn is the Beatle. He's a Beatle.
Oh yeah, he's. I don't remember which bit. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? But yeah, I finished Bear season 4. Really, really good. Like I said, I gave it like about a 9.5. Yeah, I gave it a 9.5.
9.5. God damn.
9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, bro, you like this show,
bro. If you watch it, you'd understand.
Well, I will watch it.
Yeah, you'll watch it in 2027, bro.
Yeah, when season 5 comes out.
5 years later, bro. Crazy as shit. I don't know. I think it's a really good. I think it's a really good character like study of a show, and it's funny because like, which I didn't even notice. I know this, but like, it's considered a comedy, which like it does have like humor. It's like dark humor, but someone said, "Oh, it's considered a comedy because most of the episodes are 30 minutes, and that's usually like how some of that works." Which is crazy. I didn't know about that.
I feel like dramedy needs its own category.
That's I agree. I agree. But I don't know. I love the Bear. It's peak.
They also need to separate because usually it's like best musical or comedy. The fuck? What is that shit? Separate that shit. What are we doing?
Comsical, music comedy,
musity.
I mean, I guess it works.
Comical.
Yeah. Did I mention about Jurassic World last time?
I
think I probably did.
I don't think you did because you didn't talk about Lazarus, did you?
I did talk about Lazarus. Wait, did I? Damn.
Well, because you rated Ironheart.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll talk about it again. I watched Lazarus.
Unless you didn't talk about it.
I don't care. I'll talk about it again. I watched Lazarus. It's really good. For some reason, people don't like it. People are saying it's like if you try to do Cowboy Bebop but make it AI. And I'm like, bro, stop calling everything AI.
Cowboy
bro.
Bebop guy, though, right?
Yeah, it's Shishiro Watanabe. But I'm tired of people calling shit that they don't like or shit that like doesn't resonate with them AI. Like, it's gonna follow it's following similar beats of Cowboy Bebop. It follows it does have like an ensemble cast. You do have the character who's like kind of suave and charming and does like very fancy moves, and he's very sarcastic and everything, and he has a more reckless approach. You have the character who's like a hacker and is very, very smart. You have the enforcer type of person, and like, I mean, like, I don't think it's like Bebop. I mean, like I said, yeah, like you could say it follows the same beats, or the characters are kind of the same or in a similar way because of Bebop, and like it has like a jazz soundtrack and everything. But I don't know. I think it's cool. I like the series. I mean, then again, I'm a Shishiro Watanabe fan at heart. I think he never misses. I still have to see like some of his other shows.
Yeah, now he's doing the shit for Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah,
definitely,
which is cool. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Lazarus was good. I liked it. I liked the premise. I liked with the action in it is really, really good. The characters are really cool. I don't know. It's a fun show. People just fucking hate anything. Then I ended up watching Jurassic World Rebirth, and this one is a movie that I do want to rewatch. But on my first watch, I don't know, it didn't really do anything for me. I feel like there was a missed opportunity to really showcase um like some more antagonistic forces in this like movie. I feel like also some of the sequences with the dinosaurs, I feel like I wanted more. One of the critiques that I can kind of understand is that like some of the homage sequences don't mesh well, which like there's one like homage sequence, but it's like it's in every like Jurassic movie where like, you know, they're hiding from a dinosaur and they're like navigating around like this certain place and they're using objects to distract the dinosaurs. I mean, that's fine. I feel like in this one, it's a cool sequence, but you know, it's then again, you know, it's just a cool sequence. It doesn't really be like, it's not like, oh my god, like yes, I needed this. I also feel like some of the deaths in this movie, I wasn't impacted by them at all, because there's a certain person that dies that I felt like they could have used for like the other, you know, for the third act of the movie. And there are some characters in this movie to where like if they were to die, I wouldn't give a shit about them. I feel like the characters in themselves, like the only highlights are Jonathan Bailey and Mahershala Ali, because I feel like they just have like, you know, this sort of charm to them and they bring something to the table. And I do like Scarlett Johansson's character, but I feel like she was very like one dimensional. They kind of explain, Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson have this scene where it's kind of like this like, you know, one to one emotional scene about like, hey, like what happened to this person, what happened to this, but like I don't feel anything like for Scarlett Johansson in this scene. But like, I mean, she's one of the better characters in the movie, but it's like I wish there was a little bit more from her. And like I said, there's a character in this, like one of the people who's supposed to be like antagonistic, like they do like a very bad thing, like they you know, that makes him like kind of like a villain, but then like towards the end he kind of this person kind of feels like more so morally, I guess like in a sense like he's kind of like chaotically good. I mean, yeah, chaotically like ambiguous. I don't know, he doesn't show more like antagonistic traits as the movie goes on, because he does like a heroic thing. But I don't know, people, I mean, I do like Gareth Edwards, and I think that he knows how to craft like, you know, cool sequences, which like there are in this movie. I don't know, it didn't hit me as much as I wanted to, so I gave it a 2.
It's been really unfortunate to see the reaction around this film, because like I wasn't like chopping at the bit to see this movie, because I've never been like a huge Jurassic Park fan. I mean, I've seen the first one obviously, and it's great, and I've seen Jurassic World, which is fine, but like I haven't seen any of the other ones. But like this one seemed like sort of a return to form, and the trailers made it seem like they were making it a bit more scary, I guess, but I've heard that it's not really. There's like a couple sequences.
No, it's not even like really scary in a way. And like the dinosaur you see in the trailers, you know, the one, huh?
The mutant one?
Yeah, the fat head motherfucker. You only see that dinosaur at the beginning and the end of the film.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it's not like that. It's really not that much. I would say it's literally a total of 5 minutes of screen time.
And I heard the T-Rex doesn't eat anybody.
No.
And it's like,
no, bro.
They're like, oh, it's like we're back to the original Jurassic Park, but like they've done that before. So they're like retreading the same, but they like trying to market this film as like a new beginning for, or like this new era of Jurassic movies, where it's not, I don't know, it's more like the original, but it's just more of the same. Yeah, and obviously Gareth Edwards is a great director, and he has this great sense of his visuals, and his sense of scale is incredible. But yeah, I heard that it just didn't really.
It didn't land with this one. And like there's another thing that like I was kind of relieved for, because you know, you have like this character who's meant to be the comedic relief, and he's like a teenager, right? And it's like, obviously, yeah, you know, he's doing teenager stuff, but like he kind of redeems himself in a way. Like he does like these cool things, and he ends up like kind of mellowing out throughout the film, which I think was kind of cool. And there's a sequence in there where like, you know, it's supposed to be like, you know, a comedic bit, but then like there's like a crazy ass like dinosaur fight in the background while he's trying to do this bit, and it's kind of cool, but it's like, I don't know, I wish there was like a little bit more to like entertain me some more. And yeah, man, I don't know, it just, I wanted to like this more. I've been seeing the movie get more memed, and I'm like, okay, you know, this is kind of making me want to rewatch it, because like if people are liking it, then it's like, it's kind of one of those things like, man, people like this film like so much, like what the fuck is wrong with me? So I kind of want to see like if anything changes on a rewatch, which I'm more so open to. The other thing I watched obviously was Superman, but recently I watched The Big Lebowski, and I know you gave it a 3.5, right? Yeah, I think you gave it a 3.5.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. I really wanted to like it more because I know how beloved it is, but I don't know. I just thought it was fine.
And that's fair. I gave it about a 4. You know, I do like the whole like run around mystery thing of what happened, like, you know, with, you know, the Big Lebowski's wife,
The
thing,
dude.
you know, yeah, which, you know, is cool, and like, you know, it's wonky and it's wacky, and like it has like all these like really funny visuals and everything, but it gets to a point to where at least for me, you know, I know there's a reasoning for it, but the dialogue just feels so like compacted that it feels like very claustrophobic, and it's just like, okay, like we're not getting anywhere. It's just like, okay, it's like overlapping dialogue, and it's just like, damn, like motherfuckers can't even do anything. And one thing about, you know, Jeff Bridges' character, it's like, I don't know, for me, it got to a point to where like this motherfucker like couldn't talk. Like this motherfucker couldn't explain a goddamn thing, whether if it's like him getting interrupted or him just like obviously not trying to be like this bad person because of like, you know, circumstances. But it's like, motherfucker, speak up. Damn. Like motherfucker, like this shit is crazy. But you know, I also do love you know, Maud Lebowski, where she basically is like, yeah, this is like a whole thing set up, and I love figuring that out, or like I love seeing that as the film goes on. And you know, I think that the twist was really cool. I did like that. Unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I don't give a fuck about Steve Buscemi's character. I do not give a fuck about him at all.
Yeah,
he did
no.
not do anything about it. He did not do anything in this fucking movie that made me feel anything for this character. All this guy did in this movie was he would say something, and then he would get told to shut the fuck up by John Goodman's character. He doesn't do anything, and then it's just like, oh my god, he's having a heart attack, and then he dies, and it's like, oh, okay. And then John Goodman's character, just a wacky guy, but he did some funny moments, but I found him to be a little much, which, I mean, obviously he's supposed to be like that, you know. But I gave it a 4. I'd probably get like, I probably think the lowest I would give it is like a 3. So like you gave it a 3.5, and it's like, I understand.
Yep.
And that's about all I watched this week. Yeah.
I watched The Naked Gun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, yeah, it's definitely on the time. I mean, it's definitely the writing's great, but also I've seen a lot of it like from clips online, so I've kind of already seen the movie. But I felt like I needed to watch it in full, so I didn't feel like a fucking fraud when the new one came out.
Yeah,
because I am actually excited for that one. It looks fun. But then I watched Sunshine, the Danny Boyle movie. Mm-hmm. Man, that's a fucking sci-fi movie, bro. It's probably one of the most underrated sci-fi movies I've ever seen. Performances were really great across the board, but mostly it's just, there's been 3, 4, 5, like 6 Alien movies.
Yeah.
And this is the most alien feeling movie since the first Alien. Like, it's so alien this movie. Not aliens, not quite. It's like it's very now. To be clear, there are no aliens in Sunshine, but I can't. It's like it's not really like the structure either. It's just sort of like the I don't know. I can't really explain it unless you've seen it, but like it felt very alien in a really good way. I was very impressed. It went places that I didn't expect it to go. Cillian Murphy plays essentially Oppenheimer. He plays Oppenheimer. Chris Evans, I could definitely see why, you know, Marvel Studios may have saw this, or Kevin Feige may have saw this and was like, that guy could be Captain America. Because he sort of plays this noble dude that has to make some difficult decisions, but he's also a mechanic and he does some mechanic things, and that's fun. Mark Strong is in it for like a second, but like what he gets is really, really great. Benedict Wong is in it, and
fucking love Mark Strong. He's a nerd.
Mark Strong is incredible. Benedict Wong is 61. In it, and again, Benedict Wong. I just want to see a movie where Benedict Wong just has his normal ass voice. He's always doing the voice he does when he's in a movie. I don't think I've ever seen him in a movie where he has his normal fucking voice. Like,
you ain't fucking with the Wong, bro.
Hey, bro, I love Wong. Wong's the GOAT. I'm a huge fan of the Wong CU. All right, but I just want one movie, man, where he's not doing that voice, because he has a great voice. Not that his voice in the movies is bad, but like, he's British. He's fucking British. It's just, I don't know, but he is great in the movie. He doesn't have that large of a role, but what he does have is really, really great. It's also a weird cast. Not weird in the sense, but like, it's not a cast you expect to be together, because you have fucking Chris Evans, Cillian Murphy, and I'm blanking on his name right now, but the guy who's in like John Wick 4 and Shogun.
Oh yeah,
something Hamada, something.
Yeah, Hiroyuki Sanada.
Right. He's in it, and he's really good. It's just not a cast you expect to be together. And Michelle Yeoh's in it. It's Rose Byrne, fucking Moira McTaggart in the X-Men movies.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing.
It's definitely, yeah, it's not a traditional cast you expect to see together, but it works really well. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give anything more away by just talking about it more. So I'd highly recommend it. It's on Disney Plus currently. It is. I'd give that a watch. But yeah, is that the show?
That is the show.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the Avengers podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Twitter. That's AVENGE nerds. All one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at @Zenith_ on Twitter. Where can they reach you?
Torrentino on Twitter.
Okay. Switching it up again, I see. We also have a Discord if you like to join the conversation there. Don't be fucking weird about it. Don't be fucking weird on the Discord. I don't know what that was.
Look, man, we just had a bunch of people flood our Discord, and then they were fat shaming our friend.
Fat shaming our friend, saying that like our other friend was like more attractive. So fucking weird. Weird ass stuff going on, man. I don't know what that was, but yeah, that's all. That's linked in the description in the show notes. What's after that? Yeah, thanks for listening to Avengers podcast. What? Oh yeah, you can leave a 5 stars in a review. It would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to Avengers podcast. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Maybe Fantastic Four if there's not an episode next week.